Hi, my friends. I was recently doing some sitting and thinking and just reflecting on 2025 and also kind of my goals for 2026. And I thought that maybe I would just sit down with you and do it together with you. So I have some notes here. They're kind of like half-baked ideas and reflections and whatnot. And this is just going to be a chill video. I want to walk you through kind of how I felt about last year and what I plan for this year. It is currently the beginning of January, and it's a good time, I think, to sit down and think about the goals. Perhaps you are stumbling upon my channel for the first time, and if that's the case, then hi, I'm Brooke, and I'm a full-time artist. This is actually going to be my 10th year of painting full-time, which is really insane to think about. 10 years. I'm getting old. Anyway, let's just get right into it. So, all in all, I'm happy with how last year went, how 2025 went. I think I've told you guys before in a previous video how I'm kind of doing a 2-year push, and last year was year 1 of the 2-year push. Now we are entering year 2 of the push, and what the 2-year push is specifically for my YouTube channel. I kind of started my channel a long time ago, didn't take it seriously, took a 4-year hiatus, got back into it, was sporadically posting, and I kind of decided like, okay, I either have to do this or just stop, because uploading a video once every 3 months wasn't really doing anything for me or for you guys. So that's when I decided at the end of 2024 that I was going to take 2 years to really build my YouTube channel and take it seriously. And so I decided to stick to an upload schedule, and the upload schedule was twice a month, as you may already know. I kind of posted every other Friday for all of last year, and wow, I feel like I learned so much from doing that. I also made way more progress than I thought that I would. I actually just got this in the mail. I'm not even kidding, like 45 minutes ago. This is a plaque that YouTube just sent me that says presented to Brooke Cormier for passing 100,000 subscribers. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, so I think I made significant progress in the subscriber department, which is really awesome. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the types of videos that I like to make and the types of videos that perhaps I don't really like to make. So I have written here, I like videos where I make things and just record, basically. So like vlogs and just the process and having my own creative experiences where I get in touch actually with my artist identity. Because I feel like it's kind of weird these days being an artist who a lot of my job is on the internet. So now being kind of like a YouTuber and having like a YouTuber identity and this content creator influencer kind of aspect. But at the end of the day, I feel that I'm more like, my identity is more closely tied to an artist and somebody who makes paintings and creates things and indulges in lots of creative projects all the time. And so I kind of realized after making so many videos last year that those are the videos that I just overall enjoy making, and honestly that's probably not that big of a surprise. So for example, I did a video in the summertime where I recorded like a sketching challenge, a 30-day sketching challenge where I sketched every day for 30 days, and that was super fun for me to make. And it was also really nice to see that it, I think, resonated with a lot of you. The video itself did really well, so that was very encouraging for me. And I kind of feel like those are the videos that I would like to lean into more this year, because I do know that so many of my videos don't even involve art making, which, you know, kind of sucks, but the cold hard truth is that I only have so much time, and I was editing all my own videos last year, and it's very difficult for me to be like creating all the time and making videos all the time. So that's where a lot of the more like sitting and yapping videos came in, like this one, which I also like to make. I like sitting and talking to you about a topic and keeping you company while you are creating projects of your own. What I like about those videos is that they're pretty easy to produce. It's not like all these fancy camera angles, cinematic, you know, masterpiece. It's just sitting and talking. And so those are way less time consuming for me to create, which is why I had to incorporate a lot of those into my uploads so that I could stay on schedule. And what I have learned from sticking to a schedule is that YouTube loves consistency, and I feel like I could really see growth in my channel last year by being consistent. One of the things that I was kind of disappointed about last year is the fact that I didn't do a lot of painting, honestly. I don't even know how many paintings I created in total, but it wasn't a lot, and I wish that I could have done more. However, I kind of have to have the mentality that I can't do everything all at once, and because I'm doing this 2-year push with my YouTube channel, I kind of have to accept that making paintings has to take a little bit of a backseat. I still obviously want to do it and find a balance on how I can do both. But yeah, that was a bit disappointing and kind of hard when you feel like you're losing touch with your artist self, which I definitely felt at times. And you may be thinking, well, why don't you just lean right into the artist self and just screw the YouTube thing? And yeah, that's a very good question. So let me answer it. For the first 6 years of my career as an artist, my only source of income was selling paintings and prints. I didn't have any other thing going on, and on the one hand, that's amazing, and I'm totally grateful that I was able to do that. But on the other hand, it was also really challenging for me creatively because I felt this really intense financial pressure behind everything I was creating. Because if that painting didn't sell, if those prints didn't sell, you know, I had rent to pay and groceries to buy and everything. So yeah, I knew that my landscape paintings, for example, were good sellers, so I really stuck to that. And then I would stick to this, which I knew was more or less safe and that would sell. And this became a bit exhausting over time. I feel like I kind of put myself in a box and I was scared to experiment. And that's when I realized that I would like to diversify my income a little bit and get some different revenue streams coming in so that I didn't have to feel so much financial pressure on the art that I was creating. And so that was a whole new endeavor. Starting up my YouTube channel again now since last year, becoming consistent with it, trying to make money this way, and also through selling my very first digital product, which is my Notion template, to help keep artists keep their art careers on track. I also use it every single day. But these were things that I felt were necessary, at least for me, to just give myself more creative freedom on what I actually wanted to paint and create, so that even if I have a crazy idea where I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna sell, I won't be so scared to just do it anyways, because I know that I will still be able to put some food on the table. And so that's pretty much the reason, or at least one of the main reasons why I'm taking my YouTube channel seriously in the first place, is so that I hope in the future it leads to really relieving some of that financial pressure off of what I can make creatively. And I hope that that will lead to a lot more breakthroughs and ultimately help me become a better artist. And that is my goal in life, is to become the best artist that I can be. So when I think about all the hours and hours and hours that I spend filming and editing all of my videos, I do feel kind of like it's a sacrifice for my painting time. But I also have to keep reminding myself that this is not forever. It is only temporary. And it is for, in my mind, the greater good of my career. And don't get me wrong, because I do love making these videos, and YouTube has been so much more rewarding than I would have ever imagined it to be. I don't really know what I was thinking going into this, but it's been very nice to kind of establish my own place on the internet that feels authentic and cozy and creative, and it's kind of fun that you guys can join me every other week if you want to, and we can work on things together and just have a chat, okay? I think that this has all been very, very rewarding. So it's not like I'm like, oh, I'm sacrificing so much, because I still enjoy what I'm doing. But at the end of the day, my passion, the main passion, which has always been painting, will be my priority in the long run. It's just how it is. So let's talk about goals for the year. I am the type of person who will only think about my goals for the year when it is that year. I don't want to be thinking about, oh, what am I going to do in 2026 when it's still 2025. So usually I like to take the first 3 weeks maybe of the year to really think about what I want and what my main focus is going to be for the year. And I have a section in my Notion template. So I'll sit down and I'll really think about it, and I'll fill out the main goals section, bing, 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 all the points, and then I can be reminded of it every single day, every time I go on my Notion template, which is every single day. So that's what I've been doing. That's what I have been thinking about, and honestly, I'm not even all the way there yet. I think I have all of my main goals down, but it's the action plan is getting there. But you know what? It's, I think, currently January 7th, so I still have a couple weeks. I think, to ease my way into it. It doesn't have to happen all at once. So goal number 1 for me for 2026 is actually a goal that has been on my list for, I'm not even kidding, 4 years now, and I just haven't done it yet. And that is to release an online course. I get inquiries about courses and coaching and things like that all the time, and I'm always like, yeah, in the future I will have some things, like in the future, and so now is the time. Since I'm in year 2 of my 2-year push, I feel that it's now or never, baby. It's now or never. I have already written a course that is free, and you've already gotten a sneak peek of that, believe it or not, because I used one of the days of the course as a script for the YouTube video that I made not too long ago. If you watch the one on confidence and positive delusion, I will leave the video I speak of on the screen if you want to check that out. But that is basically like one day of a 7-day thing that I have put together. And so that's like been waiting. That has just, I wrote the entire thing a year and a half ago, and it's just been waiting to be filmed and edited and released to the public. For my other course that I plan on making this year, I've got big plans. I've got big plans for it. I have so many ideas, but I just have to do a little bit of collecting the ideas, putting them down on paper. I'm actually planning on doing like a writing retreat this month so that I can really focus on this. I'm really looking forward to that. A little change of scenery. I'm gonna go to the mountains. I'm going to sit and write and get everything out, but I'm not gonna say too much about that now because that will be something I'll talk about in the future. However, I would be interested in knowing if you have a particular topic in mind that you feel I would be the one to teach to you. What would you like to learn from me? That's the question that I have. And so if you want to learn from me and there's a particular topic in mind, please write it in the comments, because I would be really interested to know, and it would be very helpful for me to know kind of what direction that I should go in terms of making a course for you guys. With that being said, this course is going to take a lot of my time. I am foreseeing a lot of time writing, a lot of time filming, a lot of time editing, and therefore I don't know if I will be able to fully keep up with my upload schedule of 2 videos a month during this time. But since it is my number 1 goal, I think that I kind of have to make a little bit of a sacrifice. So if you notice that I have cut back a little bit, maybe I'm only posting once a month instead of twice a month, that's why. And I hope that you will still stick around for the videos that I do upload and just trust that I'll get back onto schedule when I complete this, when the goal is complete. So goal number 2 for 2026 for moi is to create more art this year, but then also find a better balance with creating my videos. And this, I have kind of finally admitted to myself, will require getting help, because being a one-woman show and trying to manage doing all of this myself, I don't think I will be able to accomplish all the goals. I need help, and that's why I see a video editor in my future, and actually that's in the works right now. I'm working on it, you guys. I'm feeling really good about it. I think that in terms of working with an editor, it's very scary for me, because I'm used to being in complete control over the narrative of all of my videos and how I am portrayed and the vibe and the flow and everything like that. And so I think that it's very weird for me to think of somebody also taking all the raw footage of me like and kind of stitching it together in a way that is entertaining and fun and nice and inspiring. So yeah. But I think that if I can manage to get a really good relationship with a editor who understands me, who can, adapt to my needs and everything, then it will be a really, really good thing for me, because it will free up so much of my time, which I can then dedicate to goal number 2, which is making more art. That being said, I think there are some videos that will not be possible to hand off to an editor because they're so story-based and from my perspective. So for example, if I go on a trip and I want to tell a story about it and like the artwork that came out of it, it would be more work for me to explain how an editor should do that than to just do it myself. You know what I mean? So I don't think I'm going to be giving up all control over editing, but I will certainly be getting some help, I think. At least that's the plan. And I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling better about it now after thinking about it some more and thinking how much time it will give me back. And time is money, my friends. Okay, so I think that was it. Honestly, my notes are so whack. Like, I don't even know what I did and didn't cover in here because lots of things are crossed out and moved around. To sum up everything, I will say that goal number 1 is to create an online course. Goal number 2 is to make more art. And then maybe goal number 3, which is related to goal number 2, is to get help with editing and probably other stuff too. Like, there's so many parts of my job that I hate doing, which, I can't complain. Everybody hates parts of their job. But something like responding to emails, something like packaging and shipping and dealing with like customs when importing or exporting a piece of art. Lord have mercy. I don't want to deal with that. If I could delegate those parts of my job, yeah, I would be happy. Maybe that's also in the books for me this year. Maybe there is also finding some kind of assistant. I have thought about this in the past. The issue is like, I feel like with an assistant, they have to be in your area, especially for a packaging and shipping situation. And I have no idea how to go about hiring someone like that. So I need to get help to find help. Well, anyway, I hope that this chat was somehow helpful to you. I honestly don't know if it will be at all, but if not, I hope that at least I was able to keep you company while you worked on something fun. And maybe I encouraged you to think about your own goals for this year. And there's something exciting about goal setting, but there's also something so like kind of scary about it, because then you automatically have some pressure on yourself because you're like, here's the goal. And now I have to work towards the goal. Now I need to achieve the goal. And so that automatically creates pressure, which can be uncomfortable sometimes. But you have to keep reminding yourself that we're in January right now, you know? We got the rest of the year. So don't put too much pressure on yourself. Just start thinking about it. Start thinking about what you want. Start doing some planning. Start making some actionable steps. I would see if maybe my Notion template would be a good fit for you in this regard, because I found that it has tremendously helped me in this regard. Because before I would really like have all these thoughts and goals in my mind about, okay, yeah, I think maybe I want to do this year and this year, and I would never have like a place where all of these ideas and goals and actionable steps and plans and to-do lists all live in one place. And so that's why I built the Notion template, is so that it's basically an organization key. And I feel like it really just helps me stay on track with everything that I've written down in here. So check it out. You may be more of an analog person, not so digital, which is totally fine. Get yourself a planner or a journal to write things in. If you are interested in learning more about my digital studio Notion template, I made a whole video about how I use it, so I'll put that on the screen now. I'll also leave some info in the description. There's a lot of information there. Notion can be very overwhelming at first, but once you get into it, I don't know how I could function before without it. Anyways, that's just me. Check it out if you want to. My friends, thank you for joining me today for a little bit of a rambly video, kind of more of a yap than anything else. But I hope that in one way or another you enjoyed your time with me. I enjoyed my time with you. I feel like I'm having a little bit more clarity in my mind. But anyways, I hope that your 2026 brings amazing things for you. Most of all, like creative and fun things. That's what I'm manifesting for 2026. Some creativity and fun. Some laughs, okay? Wishing you a fabulous day. I'm Brooke Cormier, and I'll see you next time. See you next time.